I was not always the brave, outgoing, swift communicator, speaker, messenger that people say that I have become. Although I believe I was, because from the time I was a tiny boy, I had this passion and flair for life, and I felt as if I was born to rap, I was born to talk, I was punished for speaking. I used to be beaten on my wrist with a duster by a teacher. Well, should I call Miss James' name? But she loved me and still loves me, and she reminds me of my time at school. It might have been, was it? I, I can't remember it. Well, it was Standard 1. Did she teach us at Standard 1? I'm not too sure. But let's not worry too much about that. Miss James is alive and well. And we had a conversation the other day, and she says, Alexander, you know you were always destined to be a great talker. And I mean that very sincerely. Because I have observed you, and you are doing exactly what you, she used the word espoused, early, as a boy, as a child. And I punished you for this, and in hindsight, I might have erred. But probably I even made you a better communicator. Words to that effect. So, Miss James, thank you. I love you. Continue teaching. And long life. I say that to mean we have to big up each other, recognize the work that each other do, combine our strengths as we seek to build our communities. And today on Sunday Talk, I want to focus on a gentleman who is known as Asa Banton, or the Bouyon Boss. Asa did something last evening, meaning the evening before I produced this program. It would be Saturday, where he communicated with two gentlemen, Eboo and Dan. I think that was their names, or that's the names they went by. It was a free up and open, random, spontaneous, tempo learning education session where the guys who were obviously a bit lacking for formal knowledge but very brilliant otherwise, they were used as props in a very friendly, agile, lively and entertaining education session. And I had no choice but to share the live that Asa Banton was doing. And I advised Dominicans to follow Asa, because I have observed Asa for the past almost decade. From the time he was, I believe, some youth cricketer. I mean, we see and observe and sometimes pull back to wait. And I believe it is time to highlight the brother, because he's at this point in his life where I think he just needs bigger and bigger platform on which to perform. So for what he did last night, I mean, he has been doing creative things, crazy things too. There's some things a bit more crazy than others. And some people may even say questionable things. But I'm not even interested in talking about what people say. I am interested in what I say and what I see. Because irrespective to how crazy, questionable you may be, the fact is there's an underlining, I love to use the word ethos, or message of strength, honesty, sincerity, drive about Asa Banton, which is sincere and meaningful. And this Dan and Eboo entertainment concert was a relief. And it showed the depth of the brother as an educator, as a communicator. I think he's a genius of a communicator. You don't learn these things in school. They come naturally. And that's Asa Banton from Grand Bay, from South. So I wanted to use my entire Sunday talk to big up Asa to highlight his work, to heap some praises on him, to hail him as a success in terms of someone who creates music, lyrics, who puts words together in ways that seems quite ordinary but is profound and deep because he touches the average person, and he creates this awareness that probably Mario Lanza and the wonderful singers had not been able to do for the average person. No, I'm not bringing down Mario Lanza, but I'm just saying that Asa has this factor, and as a community we should note that, and we should give him the ammunition that he needs. I believe he's a Goodwill Ambassador appointed by the government, so that's a remarkable thing. I applaud the government for that, and I ask Asa to continue working. That is all I wish to say in terms of the Asa Banton hail up or recognition on my Sunday talk today. Let us see how the conversation goes, and I may have a part 2 on Asa because I suspect I may need to. That's my Sunday talk. Until next week Sunday.